right, so we're going to talk about some brushes today. I'm going to give you a jazz pattern to start with, the standard jazz pattern. So it's the equivalent of the ding, ding, the ding, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's of course based on a triplet pattern of 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. One triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? So that's what it's based off of. So on the drum, I know it's hard to see from this angle, so I'm actually going to shoot from this angle, and then I'm going to shoot from over here a little closer so you can get a better view of what's going on. And with the right hand, you're going to start in the bottom corner of the drum, the right corner, and you're going to go 1, 2. 2 is the top corner. They're straight up from one another. 1, 2, and then you do the 3 here. Now the 2s are going to be a little bit louder. In jazz music, 2 and 4 is the main pulse. And you add the hi-hat on the 2 and 4 as well. We're going to deal with the brushes first, then add the hi-hat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's not too bad. Fairly straightforward. Now, the difficult part is the left hand. So the left hand is doing a circle around the drum. And as you're coming across, you're going to do what's called the skip beat. You're going to push the brush and create this skipping pulse, if you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here's without the skip, just straight. Now what I'm doing is, this is the straight brush circle. And what's happening is, it's hard to see from this angle. I'll try and explain as best I can, but I'll do some demonstration from a different angle in another video. There's different levels of the pressure that I'm putting on the brush. So when I'm here, I'm up higher and less of the brush is on the head. But then as I come in and around to complete the circle, majority of the brush is on the head. You can see that. So I'm going like this. It's up here. So you'll see how I'm pushing the brush down in this part, which is to the right of the drum. And then when I'm over here on the left side of the drum, I'm quite high. And the brush is not just touching lightly like that compared to that full sweep. So it's no skip beat. Or it's not even a skip beat, I should say it's a push. Here's with the push. You can hear the difference. Okay, now when you want to accent, it's a slight, you can get a pretty good sound out of a brush with a slight whip on the brush. If you really want to push that push beat. Or subtle on the push beat. You can hear the dynamic of the way the brush sounds depending on how much of the brush touches the head and how much pressure I'm putting on it. And this is the same thing. You're just pretty much playing the same dynamic throughout. I mean, you can do that. You don't want to accent the skip beat over here, which is the lightest beat, and you don't want to accent 1 and 3. If you're going to accent anything, it comes on that 2 and 4, which is at the top. So if you find yourself going light at the top and heavy at the bottom, that's called the anti-swing. You want to make sure you're swinging. So it's a nice jazz swing pattern. Now, this pattern, even though it's, it's known as the jazz pattern, it's been played on tons and tons of rock songs where they wanted that brush jazz pattern, even though it's in a rock song. So you can use it in a rock song. What I'm going to do is I'm going to film a couple more videos of performance so you can hear a couple of songs, some jazz songs and some not jazz songs, some rock songs, and you'll be able to hear the brush work involved in that. That'll be a separate video. I'm also going to do a different angle shot so you can see the brushes closer. So that's video number 1 of probably about 4 for this one. I love brushes, as you can tell. Okay, see ya.